Sir,
Yes. Okay. Please, attention, please. We have already discussed about work. Work, the chapter 4, work, power, and energy. We have already discussed about work, kinds of work, and different unit, etc., etc. So today we'll discuss about energy. There is a relation between work and energy. So work, the chapter name is work, power, and energy. Work, power, and energy. Okay. Work, power, and energy. Now we discuss about energy. What is energy? Energy. Energy means ability to do some work. Ability to do some work. Energy means ability to ability of doing work. Doing work. Ability of doing work. So you can measure energy. You can measure energy by doing work. By doing work. So energy equals to doing work. Doing work. So there are many forms of energy. So at first we know what is the unit of energy. The unit of work and energy are the same. That is joule or arc. The dimension of energy equals to m equals ml square T inverse to same. The dimension and unit of the energy and work are same. So we can discuss about a special type of energy. That we know there are many forms of energy. Suppose the mechanical energy, sound energy, solar energy, light energy, nuclear energy, electric energy, etc., etc. Mainly 9 forms of energy are seen in the physical world. So we discussed about the mechanical energy. Mechanical energy is very important for you. You have to remember mechanical energy. Mechanical energy is very important for in this chapter. Mechanical energy. There are two types of mechanical energy. One is the potential energy. Another is the kinetic energy. Potential energy and kinetic energy. Potential energy means the rest. When the object is in rest, that is, and it's then work or it's do work. This work is called the potential energy. Kinetic energy is the motion. When an object is in motion, that energy is called the kinetic energy. So potential energy and kinetic energy. Potential energy we discussed about in this chapter, gravitational potential energy. Potential energy, gravitational potential energy, electrostatic potential energy, and any other types of potential energy are present. So we discussed only in this chapter about gravitational potential energy. So at first we discuss about the kinetic energy. Come on. Kinetic energy. Kinetic energy. Kinetic energy. kinetic energy means it is denoted by Ek or Ke as a wish. Ek. K means kinetic, E means energy. Ek means kinetic energy. Suppose this is the object, the mass of the object is m, and the initial velocity of the object is u. And force is applied on this object, and it travels azimuthal distance with a acceleration and gains velocity v. There is no change of mass. So this is the initial velocity, this is the acceleration, this is the displacement, and this is the final velocity. And mass is now changed, and the F is the applied force. So from the definition of energy, we know what energy is nothing. It is the ability of doing work. So kinetic energy equals to we can write doing work. So work, generally we know work equals to force into displacement. But we know F equals to ma into s. If on the other hand, we know V square equals to U square plus 2AS. So 2AS equals to B square minus E square. So AS equals to B square minus E square by 2. B square minus E square by 2. Now putting the value of AS in this equation, so it will be m into V square minus E square by 2 into m into B square minus E square by 2. I write down here. So Ek will be half m V square minus half m E square. Half m B square minus half m E square. So from this equation, we can say this is the final kinetic energy and this is the initial kinetic energy, because v is the final velocity and u is the initial velocity. So in the form, if the object is in rest, that means u equals to 0, then we can write Ek equal half m v square minus 0. So half m v square. So Ek equals to half m v square. This is the general formula of kinetic energy. This is the general formula of kinetic energy. Understand? Ek equals to half m v square. If the body is in rest or starts to running from rest, when the body starts to running from rest, then u equals to 0, then Ek will be half m v square. You have to remember this. It is very important. Ek equals to half m v square. Come on. We discuss about this in another form. Ek equals to half m v square. Okay. If mass is constant, if mass is constant, we can write Ek equal half constant, m constant. If any constant is multiplied by another constant, then we can get a constant. So suppose it is the constant equals to B square, equals B square. Now, if A proportional to B, we can write A equal KB. K is the constant.
Sir, question.
Yes.
Sir, if M is constant, then sir, half into constant or kotha na?
No, half is a constant.
So half is also a constant.
Yes, any number is constant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, half, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, all are constant.
Okay,
Any
sir.
constant is multiplied by another constant, then it will be constant. Okay. So A equal KB. Here K is the constant. You can write A proportional to B equals to equal A equal constant into B from this. So we also write that from this. Okay. A proportional to B, A equal KB. So you can write from this to this. Okay, come on. So we can write EK. Constant, instead of equal and constant, we can use proportional. So B square. EK proportional to B square. So we can say when a body starts running from rest with a definite mass, or constant mass, then kinetic energy will be proportional of the square of the velocity. If an object starts running from rest with a constant mass or definite mass, then the kinetic energy will be proportional of the square of the velocity. Understand? EK proportional to V square. It means if velocity is 2 times, if you increase the velocity 2 times, then the kinetic energy will be 4 times. If you increase the velocity half, then the kinetic energy will be 1/4. If you increase the velocity 3 times, then kinetic energy will be 9 times, etc., etc. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So we know EK equals to, already we have planned EK equals to half mv square. Half mv square. Now, suppose m square. Okay. Now we multiply about b square into m, 2 into m. There is no change of value. Understand? There is no change of value. Okay. So 2m, m square, b square. We know mb tar whole square by 12. mb, what is mb? mv means, yes, please. In motion chapter, we have discussed about this. Momentum. mb equals to momentum. So we know P equals to mb. P is the momentum. The product of mass and velocity was momentum. So we can write EK equal mb. Instead of mb, we can use P square by twice m. This is the another equation of kinetic energy according to the momentum. Is also valid. We have to remember that. EK equals to P square by twice m. Okay, so we have already learned EK equals to half mv square, EK proportional to v square, EK equals to P square by twice m. Okay. EK equal half mv square, EK proportional to v square, and EK equal P square by twice m. Yes? Okay, come on. So EK equal half mv square, Now we solve some problem. Suppose if the momentum is constant, if the momentum is constant,
Sir, you are muted.
if the momentum is constant of heavier and lighter object, if the momentum is constant of heavier and lighter object, which kinetic energy will be more? Which kinetic energy will be more? Explain it mathematically.
So what is the meaning of constant, heavier and lighter object?
There are two objects. One is lighter, another is heavier. Suppose the mass of the heavier object is
Okay, sir.
M1 and the lighter object is M2. You can consider this. Two objects. One is heavier, another is lighter. In both objects, momentum is constant. Momentum is constant. How is possible? P equals to mv. If m is decreased, v will be increased. If m is increased, v is decreased. As a result, the product of mv will be constant. Okay, understand? Yes or no?
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, how will the mass increase or decrease?
Heavier object is the velocity of heavier object is less than the lighter object. I mean, if the mass is more, the velocity will be less. As a result, the momentum will be constant. Suppose
Okay, sir.
5 kilogram is mass. The velocity is 2 meter per second. So momentum is 10 meter per second. 10 kilogram meter per second. Okay. On the other hand, if the mass is 2 kilogram and velocity is 5 meter per second, then momentum is 10 kilogram meter per second. So momentum is constant, but the mass and velocity are changed. Understand?
Yes, okay. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, come on. Now, suppose the mass of heavier object is m1 and lighter object is m2, and the momentum is both cases is p. Momentum is in both cases is p. So we can write, we know Ek equals to p square by 2m. P square by 2m, because here the noted momentum is constant. So you have to write the equation according to the momentum. So Ek equal P square by twice m. Okay. Come on. Because for lighter object, heavier object, we can write Ek1 equals to P square by 2m1, and for lighter object, Ek2 equals to P square by 2m2. Okay. Come on. Now, Ek2 divided by Ek1. Suppose it is equation 1, it is equation 2. We divide equation 2 by equation 1. So Ek2 P square by 2m2 P square by 2m1. So we can write P square by 2m2 into 2m1 by P square. So m1 by m2. M1 by m2. Okay, come on. So we have already got EK2 by EK1 equals to M1 by M2. But M1 is greater than M2 according to the condition. According to the condition by assumption, M1 was the mass of the heavier object and M2 is the mass of the lighter object. So we can say M1 is greater than M2. So M1 by M2 is greater than 1. M1 by M2 is greater than 1. Okay. Now putting the value in this equation. Now EK2 by EK1, okay, EK1 is greater than 1. So EK2 is greater than EK1. EK2 was the kinetic energy of lighter object. So we can say the kinetic energy of lighter object is more than the heavier object. Understand? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
তার আনসার মুছিয়েন না
আচ্ছা আমি উপরের প্রশ্নটা মুছছি শুনি। Okay, complete. Dipanjan.
মুছে দেন
Okay, thank you. Suppose F is applied on an object. Suppose the mass of the object is 5 kilogram and initial velocity is 2 meter per second. After that, the velocity, the mass is 5 kilogram and velocity is 4 meter per second. What will be the work done? What will be the work done? Or we can say what will be the energy? Work done also energy. Here there is no F, force is not given, and displacement is not given. But how can we calculate the work done? By using this figure. Come on. We know work equals to change of kinetic energy. Kinetic energy. How is possible? We already proved that kinetic energy equals to half mv square minus half mu square. Okay? We proved that when u equals to 0, then it will be 0. So it's the energy. Energy means work. Work means energy. Energy means work. So W, work equals to change of kinetic energy. It's another name is work energy theorem. It's not applicable. A work energy theorem is not in your textbook. So this is the, we can say W equals to change of kinetic energy. Change of kinetic energy, suppose this is the initial velocity U and this is the final velocity V. So change of kinetic energy change of kinetic energy equals to, we can write half mv square minus half mu square. Half mv square minus half mu square. The half mv square, come on, half into 5. On the other hand, we can write half mv square minus u square. So half into m means 5 into b means 4 square and u means 2 square. So half into 5 into 16 minus 4, that means 12. 6, 5, 6 the 30. So you can write W equals to W equal, so we can write W equals to 30 joule. This is the work done. You can calculate work done without force and displacement by this way. Understand?
Sir, I could not understand the work done by change of kinetic energy.
How it's possible? Come on. Yes. At first you note down, then we prove it's equals to Fs. If I prove W equals to from this to from this W equals Fs, then you can realize this. Okay. Okay, complete. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, come.
So the formula was deduced from W equal to Fs.
Yes. W equals to half mv square minus W equals to half m square. Okay, come on. M half b square minus half u square. M 2 b square minus u square. M a 2a b square minus u square. Okay, come on. So we know v square equals to u square plus 2as. So b square minus u square equals to 2as. So b square minus u square by 2a equals to s. So you can use b square minus u square by 2a equals to s. On the other hand, we know f equals to ma. So we can use F, and this is S. So force and displacement, it's also 1. So F equals to.
So where does MA come from?
We know F equals to MA. Here A and A is given here. This is M is multiplied with A, and this portion is divided by A. So there is no change of result.
Oh. So now I understand.
Understand? Yes or no? Okay. And
Yes, sir.
okay.
Let me copy it.
Okay.
Wait a bit.
W equals to half m square minus half m u square. Now down.
So finished.
Okay, thank you. Come on, this is the object, and the mass of the object is 10 kilogram. Newton force is applied on this object. It starts running from rest with a uniform acceleration in this position. 50 Newton force, 10 kilogram, and suppose the distance is 40 meter, 100 meter, 100 meter. What will be the kinetic energy? What will be the kinetic energy after traveling 100 meter? What will be the kinetic energy? What will be the kinetic energy after traveling
স্যারের নেটওয়ার্ক খারাপ।
আর কি নেট চলে গেল?
স্যার আপনার ডিস্টার্ব হচ্ছে না।
What will be the kinetic energy after traveling 100 meter? Okay, come on. This is F. F equals to 50 Newton. M equals to 10 kilogram. U equals to 0. S equals to 100 meter. Kinetic energy means EK equals to half mv square, but we do not know the value of B. So at first we have to know the value of B. If you want to determine the B, at first you have to know the acceleration. So we know F equals to ma, so A equals to F by m. From this, we can write 50 by m means 10, that means 5. So A equals to 5 meter per second square. 5 meter per second square. So we know the acceleration. Then, now we can calculate the B. How is possible? Here U and S is given and here A is given. So we know a relation between initial velocity, final velocity, acceleration, and displacement, which is written V square equals to E square plus 2AS. V square equals to E square plus 2AS. Here U equals to 0 plus 2 into A equals to 5 into 100. So you can write 1000. So B square equals to 1000 meter square per second square. We know the unit of velocity is meter per second. Here meter is B square, so we can write meter square into per second square. So now we have the V square. We write here V square because we need V square, so there is no need to determine the V. So half into 10 into B square means 1000. Okay? This is 5, that is 5000. So we can write EK equals to 5000 Joule. Understand? Any problem?
No, sir.
Okay.
স্যার আরেকটা ফর্মুলা দিয়ে একই অ্যান্সার আসে।
Yes?
স্যার W equal to FS, স্যার আমরা এটা ইউজ করলে তো 5000 পাচ্ছি।
Suppose W equals to FS করলে 5000 হবে। আমি নরমালি করা যায়, আমি ওইভাবে করতে পারো, সমস্যা নেই। W equals to FS, F is the W equals the kinetic energy. You can write, but this is the exact formula for kinetic energy. You can use this. Okay, come on. Suppose this is the velocity time graph or displacement time graph. The displacement time graph. A object starts running from this making an angle 45 degree. Here the initial velocity is 2. So distance v and the velocity is meter per second, and the mass of the object is m equals to 5 kilogram. This is A, B, and C. O. This is 10, this is 30. What will be the change of kinetic energy? What will be the change of kinetic energy at point B and C? This is homework. What will be the change of kinetic energy at point B and C? What will be the change of kinetic energy? What will be the change of EK at point B and C? Okay, at point B and C. What will be the change of kinetic energy at point B and C? Okay, that's all. You have to read the textbook carefully. There are many information in your textbook. If any line or any topics cannot understand from your textbook, you may ask question. I tried